Hello students, in the previous class we had seen tissue, plant tissue and animal tissue. We were seeing the types of plant tissue, meristematic and permanent. Under meristematic we had seen apical, lateral and intercalary meristem. Then we had come to permanent tissue. Permanent tissue we had seen simple and complex permanent tissue. We had seen simple permanent tissue, the types of simple permanent tissue, parenchyma, collenchyma, sclerenchyma. We had seen their differences. Then we had seen the epidermal cell and the stomata which is present on the epidermal cell. Coming to the next topic of permanent tissue, that is complex permanent tissue. Simple permanent tissue we had seen, it is of three types: parenchyma, collenchyma, sclerenchyma. Complex permanent tissue is made up of more than one type of cell. In simple permanent tissue only one type of cell is seen. In complex permanent tissue you see more than one type of cell. All these cells coordinate to perform a common function. So different type of cells, they all coordinate together to perform a simple function. Xylem and phloem are examples of complex tissue. Xylem and phloem, you have studied in 7th standard also. Xylem and phloem together, they are called vascular bundles. So what is xylem? Xylem which helps in transport of water and minerals, and phloem which helps in transport of food. Okay, so they both are conducting tissues. Conducting tissues means they will allow the transport of water and minerals or food, and constitute a vascular bundle. Together you can call them vascular bundle. The complex plants are made to survive in the terrestrial environment because of vascular tissue. So the complex plants are able to survive in extreme temperature, even if there is less rainfall and all, they are able to survive because the water can reach to every part of the plant if you pour water into the roots of the plant. So that is because of the vascular tissue. Now you can see here xylem vessel and phloem vessel. So you can see the picture here. In xylem it is a one-way flow only, and in phloem two-way flow. Okay, the food is transferred in two-way flow. This is a major difference between xylem and phloem. Coming to xylem, we'll see in detail. Xylem consists of tracheids, vessels, xylem parenchyma, and xylem fibers. You can see here tracheid vessel, xylem parenchyma, and xylem fibers. The cells have thick walls and many of them are dead cells. Tracheids and vessels. You can see here tracheids and vessels. They are tubular structures and allow them to transport water and minerals vertically. Xylem parenchyma stores food. Parenchyma you have studied. In parenchyma you have studied it stores food. So xylem parenchyma also stores food and helps in sideways conduction of water. Xylem fibers are supportive in function. Phloem, they are made up of four type of elements or four type of cells, that are sieve tubes, companion cells, phloem fibers, and the phloem parenchyma. Here materials can move in both directions. You can see here phloem parenchyma, companion cell, sieve plate and sieve tube. Here materials can move in both directions, transport food from leaves to different parts of the plant. Sieve tubes are tubular cells with perforated walls. Tubular cell perforated means having pores in it. Companion cells, sieve tubes and phloem parenchyma are living cells. Out of the four, sieve tubes, companion cells and phloem parenchyma, all these three are living cells, while phloem fibers are not living cells. So you have to draw the diagrams of xylem and phloem in your notebook and write the notes up till here for today's lesson. We'll continue with animal tissue in the next class.